So 10,752 baht. That's what today cost me. But I gladly paid it. You see, I went to the hospital today at 7:30 in the morning. For about a week and a half, I've had a left leg that looks like a German sausage. It's so fat and obviously swollen. And my mind, hyper mind that's so paranoid, thought maybe there's something seriously wrong. And without health care, of course, I thought the worst. Well, it turns out that I had a sonogram and also a blood test for kidney function and liver function. And this bill, well, I guess by American standards is very cheap. But to me, it's a lot of money. I'm not going to tell you how much it is. So what happens? I thought I'd treat myself. I got good news. I called my wife and I said, guess what? The doctor says that it's water retention. And everything came out negative. I'm fine. Because I've been taking excellent care of myself. Well, anyhow, I thought I'd celebrate with a green tea latte from Starbucks. Very relaxing, warm, beautiful green tea latte with soy milk. No sugar. So I go in and I see two interns or an intern bringing this guy in a wheelchair. And I thought, Jesus, what service? I mean, this hospital is very homey and it's very nice. And I was just so amazed that the guy came down from his hospital room in a wheelchair with his leg extended about 2 feet past the wheelchair. Well, I didn't get out of the hospital because I made a silly little comment to the guy. I said, oh, you must have a really great story to tell. So it's November 6th, and 7th.
Yeah.
Right. And I came here for a swollen leg, and I was really frightened. And I always carry a picture of my Buddha everywhere as I go. And believe me, every time, since I have no health insurance, I was just praying that it's not some symptom of something really, really bad. But anyhow, I decided to treat myself good and come to Starbucks and have a nice hot cup of green tea, like a green tea latte with soy milk. And I see this guy being wheeled in here with his leg up on this, he extended over the wheelchair. So he's not really, can't negotiate this small Starbucks. I'm at Smitty Way Hospital right now, I love this hospital. And this is Urian, did I say it right? Urian, and he is a Dutch man, and he had an adventure here. And that's how he wound up in this hospital. It was provident. Since I'm always meeting really interesting people, I thought this was fantastic. So we hooked up, and he's got a story to tell.
All right, you want me to tell?
Yeah, can you tell the story a little bit?
All right, so I started traveling in Thailand, went to Cambodia, Vietnam, Laos, and in Laos I went to a party and I don't know, maybe someone put something in my drink or something. I got really out of control. I went on with a lady boy and she convinced me to come. She stole all my money and she lied to me that she was a lady boy. So because I was not really myself, I started to get really crazy and furious. And I slapped her and I kicked her in the window when she locked herself out, and I started bleeding. And I got unconsciously on the street. I'm really glad some ambulances took me to the hospital in Vang Vieng and stitched my leg. It looks terrible, but it kept me alive because I was losing a lot of blood. And when I tried to pay the hospital, I needed to go to the ATM, and I constantly passed out everything I did. Luckily, another ladyboy took care of me, took her in my house, and was actually honest with me and helped me there for 2 days. But then I had a call with my insurance, and I traveled further on to the capital city Vientiane because there should be a really good hospital. It's another horror story because they don't know how to handle this and be hygienic. They even made X-ray photos where glass was clearly to be seen in my leg, but they said I was fine. So from that I took a plane to Bangkok. What's the name of this hospital?
Svidway.
Svidway.
Yeah.
And here I have now many surgeries removing all the glass from my leg.
So this guy has had a hell of an adventure traveling around Asia, and what a tragedy! And they cleaned this guy out. They took all his money out of the wallet. So can you imagine calling your mother and father and say, well, you know, I don't know whether to tell you or not, but I have to tell you. I have to tell you what happened to me, and this poor guy did that as well. So anyhow, I mean, this is amazing. And Thailand, this is just it's a pretty routine story here.
Well, I think it's a routine story that got a little out of the hand.
Yeah. So anyhow, it's really tragic. I'm always worried about not having health care here in Thailand. And there's a few other gentlemen that I know that are my friends. They're all my age, and they also don't have any health care. When I was talking to him, and he was telling me all the things that happened to him, I was saying, oh, what a great video this would make. I was secretly thinking this would be a great video. I hope to make more of these, but not under your poor circumstances. Very sad, really, what happened to you. Now he'll go back to his hospital room, and he'll have lots of crappy videos that I made to look at. Really amazing.
Well, and the doctor is telling me that I should can walk within 3 months.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, that's great.
Great. Well, we got like we have wine here, Starbucks. It was provident to meet you.